Hi, it's me, Jennifer from EmJustLikeYou. M meaning I in Vietnamese if you guys are wondering. Today I'm actually going to be doing the Lancome haul look that I had on, and I'm going to be using all of the Lancome gift set that I got. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's get started. First off, I already did put on my sunscreen, and I did put on my eye cream already. So now the next thing I'm going to do is put on my moisturizer. I'm going to be using the High Definition 3X that I got with the gift set. The texture is very creamy and pearly, so your makeup will glide on over it really well. You don't even really have to use a primer if you're just going out somewhere during the day and you're just going to be using powder. So it's a really good product, and it actually prevents wrinkles. And even though you're young, prevention is key. So, I'm not going to be using my foundation today because foundation is going to just melt off because it's so hot here where I live. I'm actually going to be using e.l.f. Mineral Infused Primer. And with this primer, it won't actually clog up your pores. And the best thing about it is only $6. You can get it at the website, or I think they also have it at some Target stores. And I use this primer because it helps keep my face mattified throughout the day, especially my T-zone primer. And I know a lot of people might not have like smooth skin and have some types of bumps or scars, and this actually helps the powder glide on easier. Okay, the next step I'm going to do is conceal my under eyes and conceal around my nose, the redness around my nose, and around my lips. The reason why I'm only concealing and then putting powder on is it's called a half-bared face, and that way your skin can actually breathe. The concealer I'm going to be using is Age Rewind by Maybelline. My color is in medium. One side is the concealer and one side is the highlighter, and I'll show you how I use it. First, you're going to be using the concealer, and I'm going to go under my eyes with it, around my nose, and just a little bit under here. Okay, I'm going to be using the Essence brush. You can actually find this at any of your drug stores nearby, like CVS or Walgreens. And this side is the concealer side. I'm going to be just brushing it in where I need it. It doesn't matter if it's not like really neat. You just have to kind of blend where you need it, and then you don't have to even worry about the harsh edges because you use the foundation side and just blend out the harsh edges. Next, we're actually going to start on the eyeshadow. And because I'm only going to use the gift set and I wanted to show you guys how pigmented it is, I'm actually not going to be using a primer. But you can if you want to, if you want your colors to stand out a little bit more. And the colors I'm using is going to be this. It is called Impress Gold Rich, Sparkling Brown, and Avant Gold. Okay, I know I told you guys that I'm going to be using my Tokidoki brushes in my tutorials, but because the theme is gift set, I wanted to use almost everything I can from a gift set so that you can actually go out there, buy your gift set, and just only use that. And I didn't want you guys to go out and buy other things. I'm actually using one brush for this eyeshadow look, and I'm using the Lancome brush that I have. It looks like this, and I got it from a previous gift set. Okay, well, the first thing we're going to be doing is using this color right here with your fingers, just a little bit of amount, and go from where your iris is onto your lid, pack it on right there, and then blend towards the outside. And you can tell how pigmented it is even though I did not use a primer. And then do the same thing to the other side. Then also using another finger, we're going to go into the lighter color, which is this color. And we're going to go on the outer side. And then just use your fingers to blend. Make sure your fingers are clean. Alright, now that we have our lightest colors on, I'm going to use the brush. When it's still clean, you want to start from the lightest to the not so light and then to the darkest color so that you don't have to wash it if you're using only one brush. Okay, I'm going to actually go to the lightest color. And I'm going to tap it in a little bit more and bring it down. Okay, I'm going to use my concealer, the Age Rewind concealer, and use the highlighting side. This is kind of, you can use it as a primer. And you just go underneath the eyebrows, just a little bit. It doesn't have to be like really perfect. And then use the brush to get into the bottom of the eyebrows. And then just use the other side to blend. See? Really easy. Now using the brush, I'm going to use to the second to the darkest color, which is this color in Impress. It's kind of like a gunmetal color. And I'm just going to put it on the brush and brush right where your socket is. You can use the other side to kind of see where your socket is. And this is a color that's just going to create like death before we put the darker color. And keep in mind, this is a very natural, everyday look that you can wear. And don't worry if when you're patting in the color, it's not very even, because you are going to use the same brush you're using, tap off the excess, and start to blend. This is going to give a really good background color before we put on the darker color. Okay, now I'm going to go with the darker color. It has like a bit of a plum. And we're going to go on the outer V and just pat in the color. And the same thing on the other side. The reason why we put the darkest color last is so that we can actually amplify the colors. Because if you were to do the lighter color last, then it would look a little bit muddy on top of the dark. Okay, now just kind of look back and see if it looks even. And then using a sponge eyeshadow applicator, it always comes with like the eyeshadow quads, so don't throw them away. They're really actually great for under the eyes. I'm actually going to go in with a darker color, the darkest color, and go right underneath my eyes. And because I'm going to be using a darker, like a brighter color on my lips, I am going to make the eyeshadow look more natural. So I'm not going to go in with a eyeliner. You can use a gel liner either from Maybelline Eye Studio or from MAC Black Track, and you can line the lash line to make it look more, but actually I'm going to be using the Lancome mascara from the gift set, and I wanted you guys to see how much it makes a difference. So I didn't want to kind of trick you guys and make it look fuller when it's not or something with actually eyeliner. What I'm going to do is frame my face by sizing on my eyebrows. I'm going to be using e.l.f. Eyebrow Kit. This is actually only $3, and again, you can wait for the sale and get it for only $1.50, which is what I did. Okay, I got it in the dark color, and one side is the wax and one side is the eyeshadow. I know the eyeshadow looks really light, but once you blend it in your eyebrows, it's actually a lot darker. First, I'm going to be using the angled brush that is provided, and I'm going to go at the end of the eyebrow first, because that's where you want the darker color to be, the more intense. So use a heavier hand. The more you brush the color in, the more it'll look natural. And then I'm going to go with the fluffier side of the brush and go into the wax. The wax is going to help hold back the hair in place, and you don't have to use the clear mascara applicator. And this will look much more natural. And then now I'm going to go on the other side. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is curl your lashes. And I'm going to be using e.l.f.'s eyelash curler. It's only $1 and I absolutely love it. It has like a really large spring, so you really have to kind of push in, and that actually helps you have a really good angle for your lashes. And then now on the other side. And then I'm going to be using the primer. The Booster XL, it's the base, and I got this in the gift set. Kind of brush off the excess because when it's new, it has a lot of the product on there. And when you put too much product, it might weigh down your lashes. Just brush really gently. Not enough to see the white color, because that means you are brushing on too much. Alright, and then next I'm going to be using the Hypnose Drama Mascara from the gift set. And the cool thing about this is the shape of the brush is this S. I don't know if you guys can really see, but it's an S like that. And what you do is use it with the curve of the S going outwards first. This is just to coat the lashes first, and then you're going to use the S coming in towards your eye, and this is going to help lift up the lashes. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to finish off the face, and like I said, I'm not going to be using a foundation, so I'm only going to be using a powder. I'm using the MAC Studio Fix-It powder. It is actually like a pressed powder with like foundation base inside, so it really gives good coverage, and you can control the coverage. If you pack it on, it can actually use as a foundation, but if you just glide it on, then it just gives you like an effortless look. I'm just going to pat it on my brush and start from the center of my face. And without tapping it in more, just use the brush to actually blend out. Next thing we're going to do is put on the blush. I found a way to actually put on blush and it makes it look like you did spend time contouring it. I'm using Lancome stick brush in China Berry. The trick is actually seeing where your natural contour is, and if you don't know, you just kind of suck your face like a fish and you can tell where the area is. And what you do is use the blush stick and draw the line, then do it to the other side. And you can just use a lighter hand and do one stroke like that. And then what we're going to do is use a brush to blend it. You can also use your fingers. Just do a circular motion. See? And it looks very natural. And do the other side. And the brush I'm using is from the Essence of Beauty line from your drugstore. It came with the foundation and concealer brush. And I usually use the powder side to actually help blend out some of the harsh edges. Alright, we're done with the face, and now we're actually going to do the lips. And in the video, I used the lip gloss from the Viva Glam line in Cindy. You can also get the Viva Glam lipstick in Cindy, and it's similar. It's just less shiny. This is how the color looks like. I'm actually going to be using the lip gloss today because I want more of a playful look. And you can use your concealer brush to clean up any edges. And there you go. That is the look from my Lancome haul, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Bye!